This is Hot Shot Ant Bait. MaxAttrax kills the queen and destroys the colony. I have used this stuff before and it works pretty well. Starts killing in hours, works up to 6 months. And this is indoors. It works up to 6 months. Use indoors, outdoors, or anywhere ants are a problem. And if you're watching this video, ants are probably a problem. I have had my battles with ants my entire life. And this product is pretty good. I would say it works pretty much most of the time. I've had some tough situations, but I definitely think this is one worth trying. Let's take a look further at this wonderful product. Guaranteed to work or your money back, it says. Provides relief from even tough ant problems. So I have opened it up here. You see it comes wrapped in plastic. This is a 4-pack of the MaxAttrax Ant Bait by Hot Shot. Yeah, guaranteed to work or your money back. I like that because sometimes you buy these and they don't work. Most of the time they work. You know, I've had situations with all kinds of ant poison where I think it's going to work and it doesn't. And sometimes it does. So I definitely think it's worth trying if you have an ant problem. These are especially good because they're not that expensive. They're really, really quite affordable. Let's look at the directions, then we'll open these up and take a closer look. Stop. Read entire label before use. Directions for use. It is a violation of federal law to use this product in a manner inconsistent with its labeling. So you have two different sets of directions, one for indoors and one for outdoors. So for indoors, it says open the pouch and break bait stations apart from each other. Place one bait station along each ant trail or in out-of-the-way places near walls, in cabinets and under sinks and refrigerators. Heavily infested areas may require 2 or more bait stations for effective control. And then for continued indoor control, replace the baits every 6 months or sooner if infestation is heavy or bait stations are empty. For outdoors, looks like the same thing. Place one bait station along each ant trail around the outside of homes. Place stations in areas inaccessible to children, pets, and other non-target animals. Larger homes or homes with heavy infestations may require 2 or more bait stations to achieve control. For continued outdoor control, replace every 3 months. So it looks like they want you to replace them more often for outdoors, which makes sense because you're probably going to have more ants living outside than inside your house. That's usually the case. It talks about storage and disposal. Store in a cool, dry place, inaccessible to children and pets. Disposal, if empty, do not reuse this container. Place in trash or offer for recycling if available. If partly filled, call your local solid waste waste agency for disposal instructions. Okay, and here you have the directions in Spanish. And here it just says use near walls and closets, cabinets, and under sinks and refrigerators. And they have a picture of an ant there. Anything else here interesting? Yep. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and open it up and take a look at these bait stations. Okay, I used a pair of scissors to open it, and that's how they break apart. So this plastic piece comes off, and then there's another pair in there. This was the 4-pack. I'm pretty sure you can get larger packs, maybe even smaller ones, but probably not. 4 is really not that many. These are child-resistant bait stations, it says. Okay, and let's take a look here at the station. Let's look at the back, see if it says anything. Oh yeah, it says some stuff here. It says, see outer carton for complete directions and precautions. Always read the directions, by the way. Whenever you buy, any type of poison, always read the directions. I also wash my hands. Like after I make this video, I'm going to wash my hands. It's poison, right? It's stuff. It's supposed to kill ants. So, I mean, use it with caution. So, yeah, active ingredient in doxacarb. I've never heard of that. And then other ingredients, 99.95%. Do not allow children or pets to play with the bait stations. Yeah. And it says it in Spanish. No permita que los niños ni las mascotas jueguen con las trampas con cebo. I think I said that right. Yeah. Wash thoroughly with soap and water after handling bait. Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying. So you definitely want to wash your hands after you handle stuff like this. Any kind of poison or like fertilizer, all that stuff, it's chemicals, right? And so it's always good to, to clean up after you use them. And all you do with these, right, you set them down, right? You set it down and you set it and forget it, at least for a while. What I've usually done with these in the past, my experience is whenever I have bait stations, I try to set it where I see a trail. So like if I see a trail of ants coming around a corner, I'll set it there, and then the ants will be attracted to the station. They'll go in there and they'll do their thing and they'll come out, and eventually the ants will go away. That's the goal, right? The nice thing about bait stations compared to other poisons is that it just feels a little bit cleaner, right? You're not spraying stuff. You're not like laying down granules. So they're a little bit safer in that sense, I guess, right? They're supposed to be child-resistant bait stations, right? So, you know, sometimes if you lay down like granules or you spray stuff and you have pets, you know, you don't want your dog licking the ant poison and stuff like that, right? Dogs are usually unlikely to play with bait stations because, you know, the stuff that's bad is inside the station. It's not outside, so they can't really lick it up and stuff like that. There's the inside of the bait station. You can't really see inside, and I don't really want to open it up because I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing to do so you can see it, but I think these might work well for you if you're having an ant problem. Try these. You know, I've tried these before and they work pretty well. I've also used the taro ant bait stations, and those have worked well sometimes also. I'll be honest, I've never used an ant poison that has worked 100% of the time. I've used all kinds of poisons, all kinds of ant poisons, Hot Shot, Taro, Amdro, and sometimes they work great and sometimes they don't. And the weird thing is, just to give you an example, I recently had a giant ant problem. I should have filmed it so I could show you. I'm talking about like probably thousands or hundreds of thousands of ants, and it was outdoors. And I used Amdro, which is a different brand, and it didn't work. And then 6 months later, I did it again and it worked. So it's hit or miss with these things, right? Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. And sometimes, like, the same thing will work the second time. Like, you'll try this, it won't work. You'll try it again and it will work. I don't know how it works. I don't know how ants think. I don't know how this poison works. But with ant poison, that's been my experience. Like, it's hit or miss. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I say keep trying stuff until you solve your problem. And this is a really inexpensive solution, so I think it's worth trying. Again, it's Hot Shot, MaxAttrax, bait stations, really awesome. I hope this video has been helpful. Good luck.